All right, we're back at it, folks. I took video the last couple of days, once on the waterproof cam, and it over at Rich's place. Sorry about that, Rich. It just it was undecipherable or something. My computer said it didn't recognize the format or whatever. That camera does that. I lost the full speed run after the engine was broke in at Daytona when we didn't race, and lost the Jerry Reveley video from Grattan just a couple of months ago. So got most of our stuff here. 10-inch pipe, 5 foot. We're waiting for 6 pieces of 5 foot long 6-inch and our 10-inch elbow. Looks like most everything else is here. Our 2 adjustable 90s, our T, our end caps, all of our pieces for getting the venting going. What I got going here is, I was saying 10-inch, and this isn't 10-inch, this is 12-inch, right? Therein lies the trouble, the problem. You go to HomeDepot.com, you go on the website, you'll find a 12-inch adjustable 90, but it'll say out of stock, and they don't. You can't even get it through the website. So what I had to do is draw a line here all the way down this bad boy, and we're going to take the death wheel and we're going to cut it, and then we're going to put crank straps around it and squeeze it down to 10 inches, and then we'll use the self-tapping screws, self-drilling screws, and we'll screw it together. We have our 10-inch to 6-inch reducer to help us get this at the right diameter. We have our 10-inch, I think that's 10-inch, yeah, that's 10-inch. 10-inch, what they call a starting fitting or something. You pop a hole in the top of the plenum, and you 10-inch, you put this in, and then you bend these little tabs over. We'll bring you all that when we're doing it, but this is what I'm doing today. Cutting this bad boy, getting the crank straps on it, and rolling it around and using the 10-inch pieces we have to make sure it's 10-inch, as I mentioned before in the video that I didn't show you, that I shot out here yesterday. Neither end of this 12-inch piece has a crimp to it, right? So whereas this is an over to under, outside to inside, right? So it'll fit over top of that 10-inch piece there. You follow me? So right now I got a female and a male 10-inch to work with to get this piece at the right size, because the reducer is going on one end and the 90 is going on the other end. I think, the 90 it'll fit inside. We'll be able to fudge it in. It's not a big deal. But this is this piece right here. If you were try to buy this bead rolled 12-inch, and I think that's the heavier stuff. That's got to be the 30 gauge. This is probably a $200 piece of tubing that I got from the scrap at Rich's shop, along with these 6-inch pieces. We've spent another $350 on the parts that are coming in. If we had to buy this and all of this as well, because we're going to use every bit of this, our elbows and everything, it would have been double, probably $700-800, man. So yeah, now I'm starting to get the idea that the problem the wife has with all I hear is cha-ching, 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 but once it's done, it's done. Nothing we can do about it now. I mean, like I told her, we're here forever. This is our forever home. We ain't never moving from here. Joe Wallace knows what I'm talking about. We've had conversations about this over the phone at the track. Yeah, so we're just going to do it. We're doing what we got to do, and we'll get it up. We have changed our plan a little bit. We were going to run this stuff up top across, and we're still going to go up top, but we're not going to go all the way up to the ceiling, and we're going to end up passing through a 6-inch hole here, as long as maybe out here, But we're going to run out here to a T, and then we're going out and around, and we're going to run it 6-inch just underneath our mezzanine here. And that'll keep us from having to put it way up top. It solved the problem of, you know, with the garage door open, really any kind of heat up there would have to stop. Or if it went over, any drop for the heat to come out would have to be pretty short, you know, pretty low profile to stay above the garage door. So we kind of solved the problem by coming out and around. We're using a little more material, tubing and what have you, but it's going to be out of the way and nice, and we can direct it to where we're going to be working most, which is at benches and stuff. This will be nice and warm out in the middle of here. So I'm going to go ahead and fire. Air compressor's fired up. We got the My Sharona going over here on the old classic radio. We're going to go ahead and get the death wheel out and tear this thing up and then put some straps on it. We'll bring you back in a bit and show you how it's done here at the new RPM China Shop. Godspeed, God bless y'all. Hang in there. It's going to get better. Watch.